fucking with it right here with who I started with. Be something like a Spartan. It's going hard regardless. I'm from the 826 plus 5. Mo bitches, 8 no central coast mob and suicide. Always arsonist. I step in the booth and cast. I gotta keep it lit. Engineer all my music. I work hard at this.
Live on Chicano Tube. We're back live on Chicano Street. Do me a favor, you beautiful linda raza, especially in the razas month right now in December. Hit the dislike si te gusta la onda. Trolls, hit the like si te gusta la onda. Trolls, hit the dislike si no te gusta el rollo. It's all to the good. Gracias all the day oneers, everyone in the members only. Before we get into it, you know we got the formalities, the Chicano channels and the Chicano pages. All right, we're halfway through December, coming up on 2025, and it's that time where inspirational memes are coming out. So and I'm gonna push that because we gotta push the raza to advance, to move forward. Don't stay still. Gotta get it done. Age is nothing but a number. What do you want to do? What do you want to be? Pursue the dream, the side hustle after the 9 to 5, and so on. So let's go ahead and set those goals, crush them. That way we can get into a better position. That's why our parents came here for, cabrones, okay? Our parents came here. Come on, let's keep it a buck. They wanted a better living life for us, and we're going to go one level higher than our parents. We got to advance. We got to go one level higher. Our parents came here and they broke their backs in order for me and you to have opportunities and take advantage of them. And now what we're going to do is make financial decisions where our kids are going to get paid and not even have to work because of our decisions, because of the information that's out there, and because of this country. Let's keep that 100. Let's keep that a buck. Everyone that wants to throw at the red, white, and blue, chalice. So that's what we're going to do, man. So all the day oneers, all the members only, they already know what it is. A special shout out to the heavyweight champ, Mile High Hustle. He tapped in on Friday night and wanted just, I guess, to put something to bed, man. I wanted to put it to bed. I'm not saying he did. I told him, we could even change the subject if you want. I just wanted to make this statement, and that's what people tuned in for. And he went ahead and he said what he said and pretty much have closed the door on it. It doesn't mean you can never do business again. Don't be one of these cabrones that, one time and then that's not in the business world. I get it in the hood world. I get it in the gang world. I get it in the barrio world, but not in the business world. Okay, in the business world, you can sue each other, and then you can make a bag after it. It's all to the good, man. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into what was coming across my feed. I didn't even have a time to talk about it. The whole weekend was a blur. Era una fiesta, una posada, and there's like another 3 parties planned. So hope you're enjoying the posadas, cabrones. Take some time to kick back, do what you do, and tune on into shows like me, cabron. All right. So Mexico, there was a fight in Tijuana. That was on Saturday night. And shout out to both fighters, man. You had the Tijuanense local native Jaime Munguia. So de Tijuana es el güey. Ahí estaba. He just could fucking walk to the fight, probably. No, it's a huge ass city. But you know what I mean. And on the other side, you had a guy named Bruno Suraste. Suras. Some people were saying it's Suras. Se surra el güey. Se surra. Suras, some people were saying. Or Suraste. No matter what, the guy's French. Okay. Jaime Munguia pulled up. Boom. H2O Cybertrucks. Let's go. A little bit flashy, but you already know what it is. Right? The young lion, right? And his opponent pulled up. They pulled up at Tijuana, the big little stadium they got over there. And they threw chingazos. Well, I mean, I think it was like in the 3rd round, Munguia caught him, boom, with a left hand. See, the thing about the left hooks, gente, a lot of people don't know, is when you throw the left hook, you gotta have the palm down. You gotta rotate your palm down when you throw the hook. if you're throwing and I'm talking about a 3 and 4, the body shots are different. You can come at those however Navarrete angles. You know what I mean? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hit my bad. All right. All right. So yeah, it's palmed. Okay. So say in the gym when it comes to the hooks, the left hook, the right hook. We say this that way you could remember that you got to do it. And I know some people will be like, "Nah, Mikey, I just kind of like it, the way it flows and the palm faces me." No, 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 no. It's not the palm faces you. Palm down, lights out. Palm down, lights out. If you remember that little thing for the rest of your life, you're gonna rotate. And so Munguia hit him, boom, third round, bam. He crashed to the canvas. Matter of fact, the French guy, Suraste, Suras. I'm walking up on mom's. Mom's is shining like a mirror, man. That's right. All right. Surasto, he dropped the French guy. And then in the sixth round is when it went all bad, man. All bad. After an exchange, bouncing off the ropes, 2, 3 feet in, getting some footing, resetting both of them. Surase, the French guy, was quicker on the draw. And guess what? An overhand right with no defense. It was a weird, kind of an awkward little drift, like he was resetting, but it almost like he was leaning back on the defense. And guess what happened? He extended with the right, and the right landed exactly where he wanted to, right on the chin, right on the button. Boom. And you had a guy with 24 fights, only 4 knockouts. 27, 25 fights, 4 knockouts only in the 25 fights, unranked, from France. Go to Mexico, his first fight outside of France. Go to Mexico and drop the up and coming lion. And they're calling for an immediate rematch. Immediate rematch. Que gacho. Arnie Fisticus, I appreciate you, my boy. That's right. SF Salas, that's right. Dallas Cowboys for life. That's right, cabrón. Did you guys get the win? Yesterday, I think you guys were spanking the Panthers. I think a quarter, maybe a quarter and a half of it. You guys were putting hands all over Carolina. But again, they are 3-10, It's not like you guys are beating a trophy team, you know what I mean? But you'll take the W, Saludos San Diego tapping in. That's right. I appreciate you, amiga. That's right. What's the word, Welga Bird? That was crazy. So what do you think? Revenge. Immediately the first thing I thought is this cabron got revenge for Cinco de Mayo. Revenge. No, I'm just kidding. He got revenge for Battle of Puebla right there. Boom. And then he went out after he knocked him out. He went down, and him and Julio Cesar Chavez had some words. And the champ is very friendly. It's very cordial. He's not taking it personal. It's the fighter, right? You see, I put the caption right there. Mexico got knocked out. Well, I mean, that doesn't mean nothing, man. Cálmase. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it was a fight, and the better man won, and that's it. Some other things came across my feed, which we're going to talk about right now. Let's talk about some drones. This guy is, man, this other podcaster, a little bit of Cheeseman too. This guy's been bugging me, man. He's been making videos of everyone in California, and he's way out on the boondocks. Might bring this guy up again, but I don't know. That's Cheeseman too. Daniel Berry, that's right, my boy. That's right. Appreciate you. That's what we're talking about right now, cabron. We're talking about this the French guy, man. It looked like he got revenge. He got revenge on Saturday night, unranked. Could you imagine unranked? And he comes over here and knocks out a dangerous ranked opponent. People are saying he could have got burnt out, man. They're taking fights every 3 months. Mungia takes a lot of damage. A lot of damage. It's kind of like that style of fighting, which is it has a low life expectancy, right? It's not you're not gonna fight till you're 40 something, taking damage like that, staying in the pocket, punching, staying in the pocket. There's no lateral movement, ins and out. It's just who's the toughest. That's probably what I think will happen because you could be fighting every quarter, just like Baby Vargas. Okay, he's in his prime, and he has a lot more prime years. So yes, you need to be fighting every single quarter. You're only gonna get better because hay niveles, and you're not gonna get up to the level, or else they'll rush you too fast, and then the pundits are gonna be like, "See, no, that's he's too soon for that fight. He can't take that fight. He ain't ready for that fight." Hey, Gacho, man. Mungia got knocked back in the Cyber truck. That was Gacho, man. Chile holders for that's right, my boy Corcodor Security. That's right, man. I'm in a posada kind of mood right now, man. We're definitely never gonna let go of the oldies. We're gonna come back to the oldies. We always got the oldies because that's just reminiscing, cabron. That's just taking us back. You know what I mean? Oldies to Chicano culture was an automatic adaptation. The oldies were hitting on 45s. The Chicanos were like automatically, this is us. This is our shit right here. Because the old school didn't come out till when? The 70s, right? So, you know what I mean? We had already been around over here in estas tierras 10, 20, 30, 40 years, 50, 60, 70, 80, on and on. Go left, Mikey, circle left. It's amateurs way. It's amateur. Again, that's okay. He wants me to be more technical. And what was I doing? Just rushing at the dude. That's like Benavides, right? Mexicans. Like, I just, that's how I figured. You know what I mean? When the bell rings, I'm going straight at you. Now I did, of course, I learned a lot. Way 10 years way. I'm not just saying I go barreling with nothing now. Now, yeah, I could play with someone. Now I could toy with someone. Now I could play with someone, and that comes with experience. Big Chavez, that's right, cabrón. I appreciate you, man. Trips just stepped in the casa. Chingado, he's taking a turp. That's right. That's right. Nuevo Mexico has just stepped in the building. That's right, man. Shout out to the 505. One of my closest partners, man. One of my closest partners is out there in New Mexico, and he went to the Mile High fight, the Paradigm fight. He was there. I've been trying to get him to come on, at least the members only, because there was a story that was circulating a couple of years ago about it was un tiroteo in Salinas at a party, and of course he knows firsthand. There was a lot of lives lost. It caused crazy shit on the streets, and I was trying to get him to come over to the members only that we could talk about it. That was a crazy, crazy story, man. Crazy story. He says, "Oh, these depressing music, ew, man." Let's get started. That's right, Danny P. Hold on, I have to give me a second. That's right, Big Chavez says, "Happy Monday, happy Monday to everyone, cabrones. We made it this far. We're already second half of Diciembre. ¿Qué están haciendo? Or what's the plan for 2025? That's what we got to be doing because as the economy gets better, we got to be putting ourselves in positions, man. Now I got 7, 8 people that I could help. They've been waiting, so They're gonna wait probably about the first quarter. We'll do. I'll stop by just to kind of run the numbers again. Some people have been trying to add people to titles, sell some homes. The buying, holding off. They're holding off on buying still because obviously they haven't even done the pinchy transfer of power. But we got some things that are happening that are cracking. El Zacatecano. That's right, cabrón. There ain't too many. There ain't too many food joints. In Salinas, and I mean, to keep it a buck with you, it's like the more dangerous the neighborhood, the better the food. Seriously, seriously. So Zacatecano is just one street over from the neighborhood, and it's just surrounded. It's in a not the best area. Okay, I wouldn't send anyone over there like a tourist. I wouldn't send tourists over there. You know what I mean? We'll send the tourists to Chipotle. You know what I mean? And Zacatecano hits though. It's fire. Shout out to my people in Rossi and Davis as well in Salas. That's right, my boy. That's right. My people. Rossi and Davis. That's at the edge of town way. Over there where they got the storage. They got Quail Run Circle over there. A communications place over there. And you could actually head out to Castroville that way too. You could head out to Castroville that way as well. That's right, irony, my boy. So let's go back to it though. Let's go back to it. Saturday night, immediately the rematch activated. Boom. The rematch is activated. And you will be seeing it early in 2025. They're going to go ahead and do the rematch. I don't know. I mean, they got to give the French guy courtesy now. Where's it going to happen? Is it a big enough fight now because he got knocked out? Is it big enough to warrant to put it in the Mecca, put it in Vegas, or no? I don't know. I'll leave that up to the people. That's right, Irony Pisticus, my boy. That's right. My parents in Bergamo. That's right, my boy. That's right. As long as you can visit them, man. I got moms, buried moms, pops. They cremated pops. But again, I wasn't around. Unfortunately, that's the members only shit right there. I wasn't around. I was probably at the lowest ever right there in a pinchy war zone. I mean, an absolute war zone. That's what gets me. Hey, it gets me a little bugged. You know what I mean? These cabrones that come on the internet and they're 50 years old and they act like tough guys and shit. And the reality of it is you know the hood only excites a motherfucker that ain't from the hood. And when I made that short about the Chicano and the Cholo culture, like Alvin, he don't want to be Chicano. Alvin wants to be a Cholo. That's the difference. I am a Chicano. I want to be Chicano and what it stands for. Alvin doesn't want to be Chicano because if you took out the Charlie Browns, the fucking Dickies, the Ben Davis, the being tough, the acting bad, the you did shit back in the day stories and all that, that's wanting to be a Cholo, man. That's not wanting to be Chicano, but I'll hold. It's cold también, cabrones. It's getting to like 40 degrees outside, man. What's up with the Rasta? What is everyone wearing now? Sweaters, hoodies? You know what I put on? I put on the well, shout out to the wifey. She's the one that gets me them. But like what the los trabajadores wear, the what is it called? The borreguito jackets. The zip ones with the borreguito, the sheep in the inside, the little, the cotton. And I got the brown one and the black one. That's what I wear. The brown one or the black one. I look like a campesino and shit. My sister lives in Modesto. I lived in the early 90s. That's right, my boy. I still have an aunt in Modesto, man. He came to the funeral of my mom, and we shouldn't make it a point to go and visit familia. I mean, we shouldn't just be getting together at funerals. Like, how come no one can make the phone call and say, you know what, we're getting together at this house? You know what it is a lot has to do with que la raza mexicana chocamos, man. the uncle owes me money, and the cousins don't get along, and they're gonna fight, and that's the reason we don't really put shit in the past, man. I've learned. I've learned. I bury shit quick. Grudge? No, you got a grudge with me. I don't got a grudge with you, man. I can't go to sleep with that at night. I was taking a little break right here inside the ride. A dude walked up. He was visiting the Stone next, and I could tell it's probably his homie. He drank a beer. Boom, poured one out for him. That's what's up, man. Hitler. That's right, my boy. He says I'm getting circumcised next week. Well, there's a lot of benefits to that, man. I mean, I'm not fucking joking around. If you're making a joke about it and you're a troll, well, it is what it is, right? Hit the dislike if you're a troll. But if you weren't joking about around about it for health benefits, there's like huge health benefits doing that. And it might not be custom and traditionally. I'm not even gonna talk about it because it sounds like fucking something Bud Light will talk about. The tape that he played the other day, I couldn't believe it. I could not. That tape he played on his phone is the worst. Is worse than anything that was clipped before that in the years previous. I mean, they got clips of the sex playing the sex play lives. That was crazy. I was like, you're playing your phone, laughing into the camera, and it's saying P's and D's and a woman's P and a guy's D. Mind blown. Mind blown. Chisme too, bajo. You listen in the casa, Mikey. That's right, cool, man. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you, man. Long time ago, what do we do? We had a little get together a long time ago at the Chevy, in Gilroy. I'm talking about 90s, a long time ago, cabrón, you know. But unfortunately, back in those days, a lot of the cities didn't like each other. The cities did not like it because everyone's sticking their chest out. Everyone's, and I'm talking about um early to mid. Because by the late, everyone was gone. Everyone was wiped out. All witness unfortunate. You know what? There's this guy, and I think he's out of Michigan because I checked his bio, right? He has a YouTube, I'm not even going to say his YouTube channel, but he goes by on TikTok, right? He comes across my feed a lot because he's always talking about California pages that I follow. He did a video like 2 or 3 days ago. He did a video like 2 or 3 days ago, and he was talking about the Banda Worlds, the only one, and he has a little tank top. He's like 4'11", right? He's like 4'11", and he's like trying to he pumps himself up with a bicycle pump. He pumps himself up with a bicycle pump, puts on a tank top, and is trying to flex, right? And so he said, the Banda World, the only one that has the balls to bring someone to his show and no one else is doing it. And I'm like, bro, it's already getting ridiculous. First, you're stirring the pot of an area that you're not even around. That's where I take umbrage. It's like, what's going on where you live, man? Are they just cow tipping? Serio? Is it just, Boondogville? So that's and then other videos, right? And I'm like, man, these guys, and they won't pull up, gente. They won't pull up. Swifty Blue he put out an IG story. He said, all these people calling me out, call this number right here. 1-800 squabble up. And I'm like, oh man, what a trip. Internet's a trip, man. We can make some money, Swifty Blue. We can make some money. And we'd have to knock the op out in systematic fashion. That means we'll go for the biggest beef, set it up in the ring, and then we can do another one, another one. I'm just kidding. I mean, I don't. He ain't gonna do it for extra. We'll just take 20 fades in one day, which I think is a little embellishing. A little embellishing. 20 fades in one day, huh? I'll hold it. People like sending my Southern Califas is in the building. Southern Califas has been in the building. Güero Lira has been in the building. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you. I hope the family's blessed, bro. Those días festivos are good. It's all about the family. That's how I know I'm a millionaire, man. When I walk through the door, my family's there. It ain't about the box of metal I'm driving or this or that. Matter of fact, it ain't even about the commercial side of shit, anyways. That's why we take umbrage with the anti-Rasta community that wants to talk, blast El Señor que toca niños on a caption on one of their videos. That's what it's about. It's about him and what do we got? Not what we don't got. What do we got? Grab a beer, grab some champurrado. It's going to be good times, man. And if we can, pre-plan for 2025. We're going to be able to make some moves next year. Make some moves next year. Is the restaurant Gutierrez still there in Salas Trip Out? They just about 3 or 4 months ago this year shut down. Shut down. They weren't. It was weird. It was crazy, bro. They were always hitting carnitas and buche. It's an acquired taste. It's like Chinese food, you know what I mean? Which is really bad. I mean, because it's soy based, gente. Chinese food is soy based and it's destroying your testosterone. Really bad. But anyways, and they were always doing good, man. Gutierrez was a staple pinche taqueria, but they specialize in carnitas and buche across the street from one of the most known Catholic churches, Cristo Rey, which is in an old barrio that I don't even know if they're around anymore because they knocked down the project and they put new housing projects over it, and I haven't seen no spray paint. But yeah, they shut it down this year, bro. They shut it down this year, and to be honest, I wasn't going. People weren't. There were so many trucks popping up, bro. I mean, Alisal looked like East Market, and Alisal looked like Whittier Boulevard, man. Just to keep it a buck. So much competition. People were like, the carnitas are cool, but shit, man, the tacos de birria have been popping out here. People have been coming out from Tijuana, man. They call it quesadilla, but that's pocho shit. It's really called in Mexico tacos de birria con queso, but you gotta tell them the con queso. Rising Warriors in the casa. That's right, my boy. What's up with you, cabron? We ain't doing no politics today, way. Well, we can, but there's a transition of power right now, cabron. It's happening. The people wanted to go red, man. We can't control the people. They went red everywhere. They went red on the House of Republicans, representatives. They went red in the Senate, and then the White House is red. But this is accountability because motherfuckers always want to write checks they don't cash. So I think they're gonna fix DACA. And what I mean fix is just just give them amnesty, do a power move, and 1.8 million, and then they'll still hate them. I get it. Then they'll still be like, well, fuck him because of of an article on a Russian website. Or I don't know, whatever, right? But I think when I think he's gonna fix DACA and then get shitted on after. But again, it's what helps the people, not what people say, what people do. I don't give a shit about what someone says. It's what they do. Now he's gonna fucking stab me, shit, Rising Warrior. Now he's gonna pull out the pedazo and stab me. What advice would you give a young nephew that drinks too much? Cabron, is it hereditary? First of all, is it hereditary? That means, is he coming from a line of drinkers? Because that's even worse. Then it could be the sins of the forefathers. I'm steady. I don't want to get too deep, man. Actually, you know what I thought about? I thought about reaching out to my brother Si Se Puede to see if he wanted to do a Bible talk episode. We'll get some feedback on that. But trust me, it's not gonna be a regular Bible talk where we're trying to teach you the Bible. These are gonna be teachings that affect us directly, like what Ernesto Ruiz just said right now. A nephew drinks too much. A couple things come to mind because it's in the spiritual where it's happening, and he's just affecting his natural, his physical, his body. If he comes from a line of drinkers, there could be a curse that's not broken. Keep it a buck. And that makes them even more prone to disease. So people with kidney, liver, hereditary issues should not be drinking. As far as drinking goes, I couldn't believe, bro, that back in the day I could knock out a caja, a 12 pack, I can't believe it because I buy a 3 pack of Modelos now and won't even finish the first can. By the end of the first can, I'm feeling good and I know my limits. I think it just comes with age. And then when I drink the second or third one, the next day I'm so fucking nauseous. Like I can't even eat till one or two till my stomach settles. So it's like the dog. The Solomon said, "Let's not be like the dog that returns to his own vomit." O sea, saying that los perros are smarter than us on that shit. So what advice do you have, bro? If he doesn't want to, I would just say this: Hey, why don't we just refocus a little bit? Get in school. What do you want to do in life? What's your picture when you wake up in the morning? I understand having the mansion and 10 Bugattis, okay, all that shit, but what is it that you do that's gonna get you there? What do you want to do? And then go from there, man. You gotta really be practical when you talk to people, man. Put it on a layman's terms. Relate to people down to earth, man. And then go from there. Why is he drinking? Well, everyone does go through like a little party phase. Let's keep that a buck. The worst thing they do is pop pills though, and then they're not even waking up, man. That's crazy shit. 1-800 no faith. At least it was a creative IG story. But that's why I don't think people call me out. You don't want to call me out because I'll put out a video. I'll put out a video. If you call me out, I'll put out a video. I'll already have located where you're at. I already have contacted the gym that's closest to where you live. I'll already have put the deposit down. I already have reserved a couple dates. And then I'll make a video about it and show the public that it's ready to go. Are you gonna cash that check? And which date do you want to cash it? That's why they don't want to call me out. We got the series of fighting. What other YouTube channel has a series of fighting? Come on now. And I'm not saying major hands. If I take a L, I take the fucking L. There ain't gonna be no excuses. And I ain't texting everyone before the shit happens to downplay it. But I'll hold. Gracias igualmente. Blessings to you, my boy. Blessings to you, man. Matter of fact, there's the Rot on the photo. The Rottweiler is on the top 5 list of most alpha dogs. I think the number 1 was the Shepherd. I think the number 2 alpha dog was the Doberman. I seen an episode of Cesar Milan. He's the pet dog trainer. And I don't know why this crazy 70-year-old lady rescued a vicious German Shepherd from the pound. And that dog had like blood on his teeth. And tenía billete, She had money, so she called up the best of the best. You already know his invoices. You won't charge you. Well, I don't know because they are filming an episode. Maybe it's a little bit less, but they're gonna use the content right. He went in there, and once he seen the vicious dog, like vicious, like not want to give up, vicious, he said he went and got 3 alpha male dogs. 3. He got 3 alpha male dogs, and he came back with a Rot, a Doberman, and a Shepherd. And trip out on this. Then when he's in this fucking house that looks like a mansion, right? He's in a, but it's kind of it's crazy. It looks like it's made of brick, like Lord of the Rings. Beautiful house like what they have over here in Carmel by the sea. Carmel by the sea. Beautiful Lord of the Rings looking houses. um Village style, whatever you want to call it. So he's in the house and he has the dogs and they're sitting there quietly. He's explaining to Anne, this is what I'm gonna do. Blah 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 blah. He gets up, he goes in the back of the house when the alpha male dogs step in. There's like a fountain, a statue, nice backyard, right? That dog, when the alpha male stepped on the patio, all they were doing was surveying their head, like zooming their head left and right, slow motion, panning like camera. Alphas aren't moved, man. We're not moved, especially off the internet. You know what I mean? If the internet comments and videos get to you, I could imagine what real life shit does to you. But I'll hold. And anyways, the dog went to the corner and it basically, they walked up to the dog and he he chickened out, and they were able to put a leash on him. Boom! They put the leash on him. He chickened out, and then immediately subdued him. That means he was in the pack now, like that. That's how they broke the dog. He knew what to do. Chinese are some of the healthiest way. Yeah, but look at their population weight. I'm talking about that. I'm talking about soy destroys testosterone. Do you know that they're doing initiatives in Japan that they're going to implement 4-day work week and other things like supplement distribution in order for the men to reproduce? That's happening over their way. That's in their fucking neck of the woods, not our neck of the woods. Us Mexicans, la pistola trabaja. Over there, why do you think they're doing that way? They're drinking fucking soy sauce like Mexicans drink Coke. Let's just keep it a buck. And that's bad, man. When I go to Mexico, I never see anyone drinking water, man. That's bad. All they do is drink Coke. Que gacho, man. Risky, have you seen China gutter oil? Gacho. Yeah. When you go outside of a Panda Express, right, and you smell the vats of oil, it just smells like the bread. It doesn't smell like the Chinese food. It smells like the breading, like the breading of it. Okay, so just imagine you're getting like a 2 liter of that, and you're fucking pouring it in your stomach. That's just gonna gross you out. You just lost your appetite now. That's telling me you were gonna go eat Chinese food. I love. Yeah, gotcha. My bad, gente. My bad. No, but that is reality, man. That is reality. Because you can say, well, the rata eat, mostly unhealthy, but they work hard. Well, they're gonna work hard because that's already in them. But that they're gonna lose 10, 15 years of their life and have medical complications later. Never wanted to clean it up ever. The keto diet is the easiest thing, and the wifey is just, I mean, she should make a cookbook. No estoy sufriendo, and I only eat carbs when I want. That's not the biggest killer though. Sugar is the biggest killer. Sugar. That's crazy, man. All we do is buy. You'll have the Rasta at the grocery store with a whole shopping cart of Coke, Coca-Cola, that they say in the beginning actually had Coke. That's crazy. But again, different times, you know what I mean? Before they started doing FDA and laws that made shit illegal, you'd pop a Coke and powder your nose. Is sushi considered Chinese food? I mean, it's seafood, man. I don't like seafood. Let me just put a disclaimer out there. I just no sé agüiten gente. I don't eat marisco. Though I take it back. The only thing I like, ostiones, because back in the '90s we used to buy them and throw them on the grill, and then with the chopped garlic, butter, and of course some tapatio, ostiones was hitting. And I know some people are like, "Oh, it's weird. You like that and not shrimp?" No, I don't like shrimp, man. I don't. Anything at the bottom of the ocean to me can stay there. But they say shrimp are bottom feeders. They say shrimp come mierda. Oh, that's gross, man. My bad. And Romero's in the casa. Did you check out? Christ wasn't crucified. I haven't. I haven't. I was thinking about doing a like a Bible um something because it just seems like no matter what, like religion comes up. Religion comes up. So maybe I might think of reaching out to Si Se Puede podcast. I know my brother would probably be on board with wanting to spread, the gospel, the good news, but again, with different avenues and callers. Imagine the calls. The calls could come in from people that, have different opinions. That'd be great. But I don't know. I don't know. Um, and then when we do say these things, let's cite some sources, and in that way, the people can read it for themselves. If not, it's just passed down. It sounds a little bit suspicious if it's like, oh, it was told to me, but that's it. It's the truth, but you can never look it up. Well, that'd be a little bit. I'd be suspect of that, to be honest. I would be a little suspect of that. But I'm not ruling anything out. Once you find out they spoon fed you and put a certain pair of glasses on you, I don't rule anything out when it comes to the realm of possibility. But if you're going to talk about that Christ didn't resurrect, that I don't believe. Right? You're not going to get something that I believe is pantheon to the Rasta's faith. It's pantheon to the Rasta. It's a core. It's a pillar. Mm. Oh man, yeah, Mexicans, man, we got a good sense of humor. Man. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to offend us. A dude walking down the street in a mariachi outfit that don't offend us, man. And then calling a Mexican sandwich that don't offend us, man. We got a good sense of humor, but we're not gonna allow people to say el señor PDF file. We're not gonna allow that, man. So no wonder they don't got a podcast anymore. No wonder. No wonder they don't got a podcast anymore. Mexican Coke have actual sugar, damn, and it's so good too, way. It's so good. Ya sabes. You see the little clips I put last time, way? I always want to make a detour. It has to be a mandatory taco stop. Mandatory taco stop. When in Mexico. To the best spots. The best spots. You know where the best spots are? Is where the people are. You never have to guess. Wherever you see the people flocking to, go right there. I went to one, it was called Tacos Fitos. Tacos Fitos, and this is by the San Isidro line, by the San Isidro line, the San Diego line, San Isidro line. Tacos Fitos, I told them, ¿qué tienen? They had birria, tripas, and then they mixed the two a campechana. One of each. I did that 2 rounds. Oh my God. That's when I put it out there. Do we got the best Mexican food, or is it, best food in the world? Or is it just me? I don't know. Might just be me. I'm on the road again. If my audio cuts off, just let me know. No audio, raza. Yeah, Mexico, we got knocked out. Risky. How do you feel about that? They got revenge for Cinco de Mayo on Saturday night. Wait. They said, oh, yeah? Yeah, we remember these cabrones at Cinco de Mayo. They rushed us. We fucking ran. We ran out of town, grabbing our draws, tore up, bullet holes. Oh, and they want us to fight over there? Let's do it. They sent a dude who had 4 knockouts in 25 fights, unranked. Went to Mexico, and we got knocked out. We're going to take it on the chin. We're not going to make excuses. Take it on the chin like a warrior and keep it moving. I always say this. If you've never taken an L, I doubt you've ever been in a real fight. But I'll hold. Yeah, no, you ain't lying, cabrón. You ain't lying, man. They process the thing so much. Bro, if you go to a gas station, 95% of the gas, 98 maybe, 98% is ultra processed food. That's like the worst, man. It's crazy. It's leading to heart problems. We did an episode, me and Miss Chicano, too. Go and catch it. Go look at it. It's in the archives. Just when you go on the channel and the search bar, put the Chicano Hour. That's where me and Miss Chicano 2 come on. And we talked about the top 4 or 5 killers of the raza. And it's crazy. And it just happens every single day. It breaks my heart, man. GoFundMe's, car washes. It breaks my heart, man. But we just can't get it right, man. It's hard. A lot of us grew up pisteando, drinking because our parents. It's sad. I seen friends give their kids beer. I don't know how many times growing up. It's messed up, man. Right now, I'm gonna text Si Se Puede, man. We're gonna do that. We're gonna talk about it. And guess what? Anytime something is trending, they want to talk about Christ or anything like that. I'll call up Si Se Puede, my brother, or maybe Pastor David Rocha. Maybe the three. How about that? And we'll cross stream it. Um, that way we could talk about things because you're right. Sometimes people hear things and they start fucking questioning. Well, I don't know. Huh. Things that are pretty much quintessential. We gotta reinforce, man. We gotta as a raza, as a faith. Ain't no one gonna debunk the raza on YouTube and get a whole pinchy country to drop El Señor. That's never gonna happen. I don't care if your IQ is 400. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So you eat tripas, damn it, bro. The campechana has birria and tripas. I had una de cada una. I had 2 rounds. I've had tripas en el horno. I personally make them on the disco. I personally like making them on the disco, but también en el horno se pueden hacer en el horno, way. It's arduous. It's arduous. It's 3 to 4 hours. It's a long time. The cleaning, of course, you're probably gonna mention that right now. Oh, you're eating. You talk about shrimp bottom feeders, but everything you're eating or everything that goes well, you have to clean it. Way you have to clean it. You know what I mean? You can clean them and eat them, calmo, cabrón, calmate. It's not like I told you guys the other week how there were some paisas on the east side and they were making tamales and they were making them in their bathtub. That we don't play. Homie don't play it. We don't make tamales in our bathtub. Hey, name that city. Who makes tamales in their bathtub? Name that city. Everyone starts saying the IE, the IE. I got friends in the IE, man. That's where the banda world moved to, the IE. He left Calexico. I heard they ran him out of town. But I'll hold. Mexican Coca-Cola tastes much better than what is made. Man, I'm telling you. So what they're gonna do is I think there's gonna be a new Mexico-Canada agreement because when 45 was in office in 2016, there was a new Mexico-Canada agreement. I went to Mexico, the same little liquor store on the corner of my father-in-law's where he lived in Mexicali. For the first time ever, he sold Doritos, Snickers, he sold US products. And remember in those years you could find Coke on the shelves in wooden crates. So when this president came in that's leaving now, he flipped that right on day one. He flipped that on day one and did what he did, all kinds of executive orders. That's right, my boy. Marvelous Minds is in the casa. One of the very few. There's not that many Chicano channels in California. One of the few. I can count them on. It shouldn't be this way, but I can count them on less than 10, on less than both hands, man. But shout out to Marvelous Minds. Would love to have you on the channel. I'm thinking of doing a Bible episode too, a regular one, a Bible episode. And I think Si Se Puede, I'm gonna get him. I know he's a minister as well. He's studied up, and I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, gente. Absolute buck, man. My spiritual life used to be a lot stronger. Um, Even the camera business. I'm gonna tell you guys something. Just I never even put out on the internet. I'm gonna put it out right now. The camera business. My wife, how she ended up putting a chokehold on this county and becoming the best and having every photographer that's somebody attend her workshops was I was on a 3-day fast entering 2012. It was when Brock Lesnar got his ass kicked by Alistair Overeem and Nate Diaz and Cowboy Cerrone was co-main event. That was like I was ending a 3-day fast. I got on my knees before the new year and the Lord told me, hey, next year I want you to believe for a house. I'm going to get you that house. And he said, and that camera that's in the closet, I'm going to make a business out of it and it's going to flourish. Boom. That happened. I was fresh out of seminary. Okay. Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Rema Bible Training Center. 2.5 years, fresh out of seminary. So I was on fire like the Human Torch, you know what I mean? And performing a lot of weddings. I still perform weddings. I'm still licensed to perform weddings. And then it's called life, man. We started working, realized we needed a home because we didn't have one. But, now the Lord is telling me I've been grinding for 4 years, doing blue collar jobs because I couldn't really get anything white collar because I just came home. And so then the years go by, worked a lot, and now, never really put anything faith based out there. But now I'm thinking of at least doing one episode a month, man. One episode a month because there's a lot of things that get floated out on the internet, and I know how people are quicker to believe things. And sad to say, the raza, we don't want to research shit. Someone just sends us a clip, we'll believe the caption and the 16-second clip, but we won't take an extra click or two to see the original or the minutes to see the original video. And like I said with mi hermano Marvelous, he didn't say that. He didn't say what the anti-raza community said. He said the anti-raza community twisted it up for clickbait on the month, especially in December. In Mexico, they would have chased them like back in the days. If anyone preached anything in Mexico, right? I heard stories. They'll chase them out of town with a pitchfork. But they'll chase them out of town before they tie them up and kinds of shit, man. So the raza don't play that when it comes to certain things. And people don't know better. They don't know better. I mean, I could tell. I seen the guy's face, Juan. I said his name is Juan. He ain't got a podcast no more. No wonder. No wonder. No wonder he ain't got a podcast no more. You want to mock? Well, why not take advantage? Anti-raza community. We're still in December. Why don't you just mock La Virgen? Which, I mean, again, I personally don't believe, but you want to go ahead. Why don't you just mock the Virgen? Mock Chente, who just passed away. Shit on the rest of the country. Why not? Since you want the click. Go all the way. Don't do nothing halfway. And we're talking about Mexico, and man, we just got knocked out. They got revenge for Cinco de Mayo on Saturday night. The dude's name is Suras or Surase. 25 fights, 4 knockouts, unranked, and Jaime Munguia's chin made out of glass that night and just broke and shattered. Damn, that's crazy. His whole corner was like, get up, los huevos mexicano. Well, they didn't go anywhere. They just, they didn't work at that moment. No te creas. They didn't work. What it is. Baby Love Substance in the casa. I appreciate you, amiga. Again, she's the one that helped organize the meeting between me and Carlos Montes, one of the founders of Pichi Norby's. Norby's jumped on me right away. David Sanchez, with one of the founders of the Brown Berets. I appreciate you. I've gone a hold of the Brown Berets. They want to do a panel when they can get like 4. Everyone has the voice. If you're trying to shut someone's voice up in the name of whatever it is, you're living in the wrong country because it's a free speech country. It's a principle. Why do you think it's free speech? And then cuetes after that. Okay. It's because the cuetes protect the free speech. Because in other countries, when you say certain things, there's a knock at the door. I know. We're in the U.S. and you never get that bad. Well, you're a couple fucking politicians away from that. But we dodged the bullet this time. But I'll hold. Wait, how? Damn it, my bad. I kept going on and on, and I'm not sure what you were talking about. Wait. We're talking about what? The Christ, the Lord? Or saludos de Aguililla. Michoacán, that's right, JB Bustos. I appreciate you, cabrón. Tenía un primo, güey. Hizo 13 años. At least he got a hardship. Back then, you could get a hardship. I don't even know if they do that anymore. By the time I left when the paper clothes was coming in. I left when the paper clothes that I guess they show now, right? That people that they wear. I left when the paper clothes. When I was still there, they still had the button ups. But anyways, Hizo 13 in San Quintin way, and then he didn't want to go back to Cualcoman because man, it's a narco city, and he ended up going back to Jacona way. Tengo un primo, and then un tío vendió su casa. Imagine if I helped him, a fixer upper in the Bay Area. I'm talking about 1950s fixer upper that an investor is gonna have to gut and landscape, but he still got 750 for it. And since the mortgage was low, pocketed a lot. The sad thing is they got to Michoacan, mis tios, to be with my oldest cousin, and 6 months later my aunt passed away, man. Of course, my political aunt, but it's my tia, it's my aunt. Passed away. That was gacho. They just celebrated 50 years in Michoacan. They bought a hacienda. They bought a nice little property, man. And not even 6 months later, now my uncle's just living there alone. But it's the simple life, man. Yo soy de rancho, way. This big city thing, couple more investments. I told the wife, here, we're gonna buy a little property and sail away, and the money's gonna work while we don't. And make sure they got 1 gig speed, good internet over there, and then we'll be on Chicano Street a whole lot more. Big dogs in the casa. Saludos, Mikey. Saludos, gente in the chat. Listening on the clock. That's right, my boy. Keep Trucha way with the supervisor way. Or keep Trucha on the machine way. A lot of the raza, working fucking heavy machinery. Trucha way. All right. Raza for life. You already know what it is. But Chris from AZ, it's not it's not a new movement. It is the Rasta Mexicanas movement. We just evolve way. You know what I mean? We're not going to be like Cesar Chavez. We're not going to be calling our own gente wetbacks and everything, even though I know some people get mad and they're like, oh, Mikey, you still say paisas and you shouldn't say, well, I know. The Chicano comes out and shit. I know. Brunello came to fight. Yeah, he did, man. He came to fight. There's only one Mexican monster, David Benavides. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So again, the Marquez roundtable short, the Julio Cesar Chavez roundtable short I shared last night was the Mount Rushmore of Mexican fighters. And they were giving respect, and he was basically throwing a jab, man, throwing a jab at Canelo, and he was saying, because he's telling Julio, no, you fought the best and always wanted the mandatory. That means who the people wanted, who was the best challenger. Do a Bible talk way so I can teach you it. I'm open way. I'm open way. I don't know it all way. Never claimed to way. Risky business. Go Mexica Chronicles if you want the Bible. He has good information. Well, drop the link way. Drop the link. I don't have a lot of time to be on YouTube, but you could drop the link way. Whack 100 is the greatest man alive. He inspired me to move my current studio after he knocked on my door. I'm just gonna say this. Lucky was right, man. When Lucky said he's got your hand so far up his you know what, it just goes to show that they were just pretty much in bed with each other. Pretty much in bed. Now, I don't know now because obviously Wack went on the show and he said you're a big panocha. And he said that on his show. And people are just going with it all kinds of ways. You can say a lot of things about that interview that was said, but I actually liked it. I hadn't heard a whole VG live of the dudes. Well, I like well, I think that dude speaks from his heart. And every time they call him on some shit, he makes a phone call or pulls out a receipt. I think the dude's pretty transparent. I know he talks a lot, but that's just his personality. He talks a lot. I would say less, man. Like this new kid that won the Heisman Trophy, Travis Hunter. Okay, the internet was going after his fiance because she didn't get up. She didn't want to stand up to greet him, and Deion Sanders had to pat her on the back. Hey, stand up. You know what I mean? Your boyfriend, fiance, just won the most coveted the MVP award of college football. And so they went after her because Travis Hunter, the cornerback from Buffalo, he won the Heisman. They went after her, and then now he's sitting there like he's Kai Kanat on a live stream defending her. And I'm like, look, someone needs to get a hold of this youngster and let him know, hey, you're not going to defend everything. You got to stay minimal on the internet. You're trying to get the most out of your stock. Don't already start shit that people are going to, don't give people content. Don't give critics, pundits, podcasters, fucking meme page, media pages content. Because he's very, very young. I just don't want him to do that. Someone needs to advise them and be like, no, don't do that, cabron. Canelo don't want that smoke. It could be, but I don't want to put it. I mean, it could also be way that he's like, what does that benefit me? Now his stock went a little bit down. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Bivol put hands on him. Okay, he beat Mungua, but Mungua just got knocked out. So it's like he should just go for the monster fight. In the end, they're always gonna talk about the fights you ducked. In the end, period. Don't be like Johnny Manziel. Oh man, it's crazy, huh? Shit, they say Deshaun Watson was the biggest bust in NFL quarterback history. No one has ever gotten a quarterback contract with that much guaranteed money. No one. Deshaun Watson got it. And guess what? A complete bust. He comes over with SA charges. Several SA charges. They decided to still take the liability of those charges, and hopefully right now they should have been entering the playoffs with him as the quarterback, but that's not happening. It's a bust, man. It's okay, don't get mad at me, my Dallas fans, but it's kind of like Prescott's expectations every year. They're very high. On paper, looks good, and then it busts. Don't get mad. Don't get mad at my Dallas fan. That's all I follow. I'm a Niner to the casket drop. You know what I mean? I'm gonna bleed red and blue, red and gold. But I follow Dallas. I follow Raiders because the majority of Chicanos here in Califas, those are the three teams, man. If you're listening from out of state, respect to you, but there ain't really no other teams, man. No, there is, like my brother-in-law's Rams, you know, tap in. Soccer 916 saludos. Mikey in. The homegirls in. Homeboy. Shout. That's right. Diablo's in the casa. That's right. The 916 just stepped in the building, you guys. We're just giving a little bit of recap. We kind of digressed a little bit, went on some health, went on some religion, maybe a little bit of politics, but the caption stands that we got knocked out on Saturday, man. They got revenge for Cinco de Mayo, the French, and knocked us out. So we just got to take it on the chin. Don't make excuses. Don't make excuses. An excuse. Anything you say, whether it's valid or not, is an excuse. And I understand, yeah, a broken bone, I get it. Okay, that's pretty valid. But anything else, a strain, a pinch, a ligament, a twist, a tear, a torn, cálmate. People, cálmate. Anyways, Chiefs. Yeah, I called it a couple years ago when you guys whooped our ass. But I said it's gonna be a red Super Bowl. People wanted my predictions. I said it's gonna be a red Super Bowl. It was San Francisco that year with Kansas City. It was one of those COVID bowls and shit. Which is crazy because they ended up packing out of the football games. I don't know if you noticed this toward the end of COVID. They ended up packing out of fucking concerts and football games, but then telling you can't go to work still. That was the insanity, man. I hope that dude, that scientist dude, meets justice, man. Because there was people that passed away. There was marriages that ended. There was people that fell into depression. There was some serious shit that if someone didn't have 100% tangible evidence and proof, should have never put all our fucking trust into what one pendejo says. Ever. Charlo Munguia and Berlanga had nothing to offer Canelo, and he fought them. I mean, as far as the money goes, you mean moving up. Because what do they have to offer someone who's the lineal? Okay, so he's not gonna fight someone that has more to offer than him. He's the lineal. I think he is. No, he's not lineal. He's not lineal. No, 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 he's not lineal. Or else I would have heard someone say it already. But as many accolades as he has. So he's not gonna fight someone that has more decorated than him. But why not fight who the fucking people want you to see you fight? That's what content creator series of fighting. Swifty Blue, 1-800 squabble up on the stories yesterday. Give me a call, my boy. Strike while the iron's hot, my boy. It'll be right there on the east side of Paramount. We'll do it right at your gym. Of course, the other party has to agree to it, and then we got to get into a contract. But I'll hold. All right, you guys, I'm going to let you guys go. Ya voy a entrar otra vez al jale. I'll let you guys go. I just wanted to touch base with you. The Monday quick fix, quick mix, revenge for Cinco de Mayo. I don't know. I'll leave that up to you guys, man. Gracias for tuning in, though, and hit that like or hit the dislike. It's totally up to you. I'll tap back in with you guys. On Tuesday, we hit 13K just the other day. We're 13K, 13. Man, in the beginning, all I said was we get 300 Spartans. We could take over everything. We got 13,000 in our corner. I appreciate you. And then I'm going to post on the community page. One other thing I want to mention. I'm going to post on the community page the backup channel. That way you guys can subscribe to it. If YouTube ever knocks us out, let's already have the backup channel ready to go, right? Another thing, people kept messaging me, Mikey, are you going to put the fight on the internet? I mean, at this point, I should. At this point, I should because the outcome was definitely, it's proven, was affected. At this point, I should. But you have to take out everything that's copyrighted. The publisher would have to re-edit it. And I'm thinking I should because the bag got fumbled. Not by me. Not by me. But anyways, live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street, just letting you know that that's crossing my mind. And it's Christmas, so you might get a Christmas gift. Those that hung around to the end of the live, you got that nugget right there. You got a little special treat. I'll let you guys go, but remember what I always say? Remember what I always say. In the end, all you got is the memories.